She wanted to build the idea of women's equality step by step, to use each case to move things forward.
Between 1973 and 1978, Ginsburg argued 6 gender discrimination cases before the Supreme Court's all-male bench.
Case after case, she slowly broke down barriers of gender discrimination that when you look at them today, you almost laugh at them.
We couldn't have our own credit cards, that we couldn't get a mortgage without a man signing, that we couldn't buy a car.
There were hundreds, maybe even thousands of state, local, and federal laws that by law barred women from jobs, even from jury service.
That's right, people. Before Ruth Bader Ginsburg came along, there were laws preventing women from getting a mortgage, serving on a jury, or even getting their own credit cards, which is mind-boggling. To think this country, ever let misogyny get in the way of something as American as getting people into debt. I mean, women couldn't even serve on a jury? That's why the movie was called 12 Angry Men, and not 6 angry men and 6 women who'd had enough of their complaining. So, after a legal career that changed the lives of literally every woman in America, RBG was nominated to the Supreme Court by President Clinton in 1993. And she used that seat to advocate for the equality of all people, whether her fellow justices agreed with her or not.
As a justice, Ginsburg consistently voted in favor of abortion access and civil rights. Perhaps her best-known work on the court, writing the 1996 landmark decision to strike down the Virginia Military Institute's ban on admitting women.
Ginsburg's opinions helped solidify the constitutional protections she'd fought so hard to establish decades earlier. But in her later years, as the court moved to the right, Ginsburg grew bolder in her dissents.
Ginsburg wrote a lengthy, scathing dissent.
She was pretty candid in her displeasure with the court's decision.
Hubris is a fit word for today's demolition of the Voting Rights Act.
And in a landmark case on employment discrimination in 2007, Ginsburg wrote a powerful dissent that prompted Congress to amend the laws.
See? That right there, that's how you know RBG was the GOAT. Even when she was in the minority, they used her dissent to change the law. You understand how epic that is? That's like writing a Yelp review so scathing and eloquent that they let you choose what's on the next day's menu. I mean, she won even when she lost. Who else can say that? Well, besides me, who broke into John Oliver's apartment last night and stole his Emmy. We should actually probably cut that from the show. I don't want him to know. But the thing I find most impressive about RBG is not just what she accomplished with her work, but just how dedicated she was to doing it, even when it would have been easier to call it quits.
This woman was determined to do the job that she loved. She loved being a Supreme Court justice. She loved the law.
She's famously a workaholic.
How much sleep do you get?
I can get by not more than 4 hours.
Her grit helped keep her on the bench through colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, and the death of her beloved partner.
Justice Ginsburg, even though her husband died yesterday after a battle with cancer, was on the bench.
She used to schedule her chemotherapy sessions on Fridays so that she would have the weekend to recover, and during that time, she did not miss a single day on the bench.
Instead of concentrating on my aches and pains, I'd concentrate on the court's work.
Okay, people, that is just awe-inspiring. Throughout multiple battles with cancer, she never stopped working. I mean, one time I missed work for 2 weeks because my leg fell asleep on the toilet. I mean, I had no choice. I couldn't get up. All I could do was keep scrolling Instagram and hope somebody found me. Have you ever tried that shit? You texting on thing and then the legs go, you can't step because like your leg can break, I think. It's like a thing I read if you stand on the leg. So look, I know that with RBG's passing, a lot of people right now feel hopeless, they feel defeated, and they feel like everything is lost. But if there's one thing that RBG's life shows us, it's that change isn't easy. But if you put in the time, the effort, and the dedication, you can see results. She never gave up, and she never stopped fighting. If anyone lived the Biggie line, stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it, and live the phrase, sky's the limit, it was Ruth Bader Ginsburg. And that's why they called her the notorious RBG.